In this video, we're going to have a look at how to use Elementor Pro with webhooks to connect to your Platformly account. So in this case, I've set up a sample project called Naturific, and I'm on a sample website. And obviously, as you have Elementor Pro, because you're wanting to connect it, you'll know how to create your templates and your pop-ups. So in this example, we're just going to create a quick pop-up, and we'll just choose a template from there. I selected a theme, I just added a bit of content, I added the 3 fields. And so now what we want to do is, the form fields are done, we can minimize that. You'll see this where it says actions after submit. You're going to select that. It's up to you if you want to receive an email when someone submits it. I don't. Instead, I'm going to select from the drop-down webhook. So actions after submit, you're going to select webhook, and then you're going to see it's going to add the webhook option here. And then it's going to ask for the webhook URL. And this is where we're going to get that from Platformly. So inside of Platformly, in your new project or whichever project you're using, under automations, click on webhooks. Then you're going to click new webhook, and it's an incoming webhook. It's them sending data to us. And we're going to call this, just give it some name, okay? And then the API key, you're just going to choose this from a list. And if you don't have an API key yet, you can click that to create it. And once you made it, you come back and you refresh the drop-down list. You should probably give it the same name as what you're using for that, because the API key means that then you can restrict by IP address on which sites have access to it. So you can add your server's IP if you want. It's just extra security for your webhook. And also, if you later wanted to remove it, you can just delete the API key and the webhook will stop. And then we want to copy the webhook URL, so we simply click copy, and we're going to go back to this Elementor where it's asked for the URL, and we're going to paste it in there. Okay. Once we've done that, we're then going to say listen. So we come down here, and it says start listening for the webhook. And now it's busy listening for the initial webhook request. We'll come here. Afterwards, let's click publish. And from publish, we need to set a trigger. So we're going to trigger it on page load, okay, within 1 second, just for this example and to set it up. And we'll click save and close. So we'll click here. Okay, so here's the pop-in. Let's just fill it out. And when you're sending a payload, it needs to be a real working email. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It won't be accepted by Platformly otherwise. And I've just made the phone number as optional, but in this case, we're just going to enter some field. Okay, and that's some setting we'll need to do that it closes this once you fill it out. At the moment, it doesn't, but that's inside Elementor. So then if we come back to Platformly, we see, okay, so here we go. They received the data. So we scroll down here and we can see that we got the form information, we got the fields. You can see all the payload data here, the phone number. So we can choose an action. What do we want to do? In this case, we want to add a contact when they're opting in. The way you're going to have to do it with Elementor, other ones give it as a nice easy name, is we're going to have to look at the payload. So what we can see here is we can see that it is email is field 3. So the ID is field 3, and that provides you with the email. Okay, so under contact email, we have to select field 3. Okay, so that's going to give us this contact email here. And then what we want is we want to have the phone number, which is field 2. So let's just have a look here. So let's say a phone, so 2, and that's going to be the value again. Okay, and then first name. So once again, that would probably be field 1, I'd assume. And that's value again. We'll just go up and double check it. So if we go up here, we have a look. So yes, the value, that's the first name, is field 1. Okay, so that's how we're going to assign those fields. And then anyone who opts in, we can choose to have a tag. So let's go with, I set up a opt-in form tag. And also there's a custom field. You see from the project of Naturific, example custom field. And then we can choose which one we want to give as the custom field if we want to do one. So in this case, we might want to say, okay, we're going to include the form ID or the form name as a custom field. And then whatever we've named the form, it'll be included as the custom field, so we can see which one they opted in from. Obviously, you can use that as you want. We're going to click Save Webhook. Now it's been successfully saved. Okay, so let's click View Webhook Stats. And for the moment, we don't have any events for this period. So now what we'll do is we'll go back here. I'm going to refresh this again. And now we'll pretend to be a real user. Let's trigger it again. Okay, so we refresh the page and we see success and we see the payload information here. And then if we go back to contacts, remember this was a new project. There weren't any contacts before. Okay, so here's the contact and it should have the tag associated as well. So there's the tag and the phone number. And then if we actually look at the contact, we should be able to see the custom field as well, which would be the form name that was opted in on. So here's the contact, here's the project they're in. We scroll down here, here's the custom field, okay? So that's how you can set up webhooks with your Elementor forms.